Your players have seen it all and they think they can handle any monster in the monster manual. Perhaps they want some more upscaled monsters to use at the end of your campaign. Or maybe you're just tired of people metagaming all the time and want to throw some surprises at them. Here are some classic monsters that have been adapted to survive after all the groups of adventurers who have killed their kind. I mean, it makes sense they're just sitting there and not doing anything, but as time and time again, a lot of their kind have died, of course they're going to evolve. How about a new and improved Beholder? The Beholder, that one-eyed, death-raying monstrosity that's haunted your campaigns for decades. But let's be honest. The whole shoot rays from every eye shtick feels a little predictable these days. So let's give this bad boy an evolutionary upgrade. First, ditch the static eye beams. This Beholder's been studying its prey and analyzing weaknesses. Now its rays adapt to the party's defenses. Fireball? It unleashes a blast of icy frost to extinguish it. Rogues hiding in shadows? Blinding flashes of pure light hunt them down. Every encounter is a puzzle, forcing creative thinking and teamwork. But wait, there's more. Remember that central eye? Forget the anti-magic beam. This one's a psychic cannon, blasting illusions and mind-bending whispers. Imagine convincing your barbarian they're suddenly surrounded by loved ones. Then, bam, reality slaps them in the back, sending them into a rage. Or convincing the druid that she's surrounded by adorable puppies. Talk about messing with your head. And let's not forget the minions. This Beholder's learn the value of backup. Big swarms of intellect devourers, tiny psychic imps that steal memories and uses them to sabotage the party's spells. Every corner of the fight becomes a battlefield, forcing you to prioritize and adapt. Put your Displacer Beast in beast mode with this new Displacer Beast. You know, the Displacer Beast, that teleporting tentacle terror. But this isn't Grandma's Displacer Beast. This one's been places. It's seen things, evolved to a whole new level of freaky. First, forget predictable dimension hopping. This Displacer Beast has mastered Quantum Leap. It can rip open tiny tears in reality, yanking your party members into alternate timelines with the snap of its shadowy claws. Imagine your paladin charging in only to emerge in a desolate wasteland, his trusty steed replaced by a gibbering imp. And those tentacles? They're not just for grabbing. They become conduits for pure psychic energy, whispering forbidden lore and weaving illusions so real they'll turn your allies against each other. Picture your mage hurling a fireball only to have redirected by a whispered suggestion, scorching your own party. This Displacer Beast has unlocked the secrets of temporal echoes. It can rewind time, replaying past attacks and manipulating the flow of combat like a maestro of mayhem. Imagine dodging a swipe only to have it rewind and strike you true, leaving you trapped in a loop of pain and despair. So there you have it, the Chrono Displacer Beast, a master of time, space, and the very fabric of reality. It'll play your memories against you, twist your perception, and leave you gasping for breath in a battlefield that rewrites itself with every blink. All mind flayers don't have to be the same. You know, the mind flayer, that tentacled telepath that feasts on your very thoughts. But this isn't your standard brain sucker. This one's been exploring the dark corners of the psychic realm, and it's back with upgrades that'll leave you truly mind-blown. See what I did there? First, forget brute telepathy. This mind flayer's mastered the art of psychic sculpting. It can twist your memories, implant false desires, and even rewrite your personality with a mere thought. Imagine your fighter suddenly turning on his allies, driven by a fabricated grudge, or your cleric doubting the very principles of their faith. And those tentacles? They're not just for grabbing, they're now conduits for psychic energy, firing blasts of pure mental agony that can shatter your sanity and leave you writhing in mental anguish. Picture your wizard casting spells in a frenzy, his mind overloaded by the flayer's psychic barrage. Also, this mind flayer has unlocked the secrets of psychic resonance. It can tap into the emotions of others, amplifying their fear, their anger, their despair, and turning them into weapons against their own allies. Imagine your barbarian consumed by rage, attacking his friends in a blind fury, or your bard's inspiring song turning into a dirge of hopelessness. This gelatinous cube is way more deadly. We're diving into the evolution of the gelatinous cube, that jiggly acidic menace. But this isn't the gelatinous cube in the monster manual. This one's been hitting the slime gym, and it's back with upgrades that'll make your skin crawl. First, ditch the predictable slow crawl. This cube's mastered pulse propulsion, launching itself through the air like a bouncy acidic projectile. Imagine a quiet tunnel suddenly erupting in a gelatinous explosion, splattering you and your party against the walls. And those pseudopods? Now they're sticky fingers laced with a hallucinogenic neurotoxin. One touch and you're lost in a kaleidoscope of mind-bending visions, fighting phantom enemies while the cube feasts on your confusion. But wait, there's more. This cube unlocks the secrets of symbiotic infestation. It can lure and absorb smaller creatures, transforming them into pulsing pustules that erupt with acid, spores, or even miniature cube spawn. Imagine a swarm of bats swooping down, only to explode in a hail of acidic goo upon impact. So there you have it, the pulsating plague cube, a master of explosive movement, organic drillery, and symbiotic horror. It'll bounce, burrow, and burst, leaving a trail of acidic destruction and mutated mayhem in its wake. It's hard to imagine a more deadly owlbear. What about a more developed owlbear? Forget the lumbering brutes of your childhood tales. This owlbear has been studying the night, honing its talons in the shadows, and it's back with upgrades that'll make your hair stand on end. First, ditch the predictable roar. This owlbear's mastered sonic silence, its wings cutting through the air with nary a whisper. You won't hear its approach until its razor-sharp beak is inches from your face. Imagine creeping through a moonlit forest, lulled into a false sense of security, only to have feathers brush your cheek, a pair of glowing eyes pierce the darkness. And those talons, they're not just for shredding flesh. They're now laced with a potent venom that chills the blood and saps your strength. One touch, and you're a shivering shadow, barely able to fight back as the owlbear feasts on your fallen comrades. But wait, there's more. This owlbear's unlocked the secrets of moonlit camouflage. Its feathers shimmer with an ethereal glow, blending seamlessly with the pale moonlight. You might see the glint of the eyes, but its form remains an elusive phantom, striking from unexpected angles. So there you have it, the Spectral Stalker owlbear, a master of silent flight, chilling venom, and moonlit illusion. It'll whisper through the darkness, its touch a deathly caress, leaving you questioning reality and your own senses. What about a more surprising mimic? This mimic is evolved from the shape-shifting trickster that you thought you knew, but it has upgraded its deception, honing its mimicry, and it's back with a repertoire of illusions that'll make you doubt your own eyes. First, ditch the predictable chest form. It's not going to appear as that same old chest that we open up. It can be a mimic. This mimic's unlocked metamorphic mastery. It can shapeshift into anything. A flickering torch, a babbling brook, even a fallen comrade begging for help. Imagine venturing into a dark tomb only to see a familiar face turn into a gnashing maw of teeth. Trust no form, adventurers, for this mimic can wear any mask. And what does the mimic choose to turn into? The mimic has now developed a psychic ability to find something to change into from your thoughts. The monster can probe anyone's thoughts within 300 feet and identify something you were looking for or something significant from your past. Imagine entering a room and finding that Vorpal sword you've been searching for years, or seeing your teddy bear from your childhood. This mimic's also mastered the art of echoic mimicry. It can capture and replay voices, weaving tales of woe, pleas for help, or even warnings from your worst nightmares. Every whisper, every groan, a carefully crafted lure to draw you closer. Trust no sound, adventurers, for this mimic's tongue drips with deception. So there you have it, the Illusory Architect Mimic, a master of shape-shifting, reality-warping illusions and deceptive echoes. It'll play on your trust, your fears, your very sense of reality. We're talking about the Rust Monster, that metal munchin' menace you thought you could outrun with a few silver coins. But forget your grandpa's tales of clumsy brutes. This monster's been studying up and upgrading its corrosion, and it's back with a hunger that'll devour more than just your armor. First, ditch the predictable rust touch. This monster's mastered molecular deconstruction, blasting everything it touches with ultrasonic vibrations that crumble metal, stone, and even bone into dust. Imagine charging into battle only to watch your sword disintegrate and your shield turn to gravel in your hand. And those antennae, they're not just for sniffing metal. Now they're conduits for magnetic manipulation, pulling metallic objects toward its jaws like ravenous tentacles. Picture your entire party's weapons flying out of their scabbards or their hands, drawn to the monster like moths to a flame. But wait, there's more. This monster's unlocked the secrets of adaptive digestion. It can consume any material, transforming it into corrosive projectiles that spew forth from its gaping maw. Wood splinters turn into shrapnel. Stone shards become razor-like discs. Even your fallen comrade's armor fuels its acidic arsenal. So there you have it, the Devouring Scourge Rust Monster, a master of ultrasonic disintegration, magnetic attraction, and adaptive ammunition. It'll crumble your equipment, rip your weapons from your grasp, and turn your own belongings into deadly projectiles. If you like ideas on how to make your game more fun and more compelling and more challenging, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hopefully these 7 evolved classic monsters will upgrade your game and make it more challenging for your players, or just surprise them here and there. With that, class dismissed.